Welcome back to the HISxHERS Podcast, episode 67. We are here.
Oh my God, we're so close.
I didn't take anything.
Whoa!
I know. I just drank some energy drink, so I'm like,
why didn't you share?
I'm kind of hopped up. No, you know what? My allergies have been really messing with me. They've been
messing with me, homie. They've been keeping me up late at night. You've been coughing and sneezing and crying.
Man. And like, I don't know what it is about this year, but like they just beat my ass this year.
Yeah.
And like, I haven't had allergies this bad since I was like 19, 18 years old.
You're going soft, babe. I don't know what to say.
Oh my God. I thought I had gotten
and like,
past
I'm over here breathing clear.
I know.
Okay, I have no.
I'm literally the only person in the house struggling.
So this is totally parent vibes real fast.
Yeah,
we went to the park.
Which is fine.
We went to the park with the kids, and we were sitting on the bench, and David don't like being in the sun. So I took our daughter to the bathroom real fast. So I come back out. He's sitting on the grass as though he doesn't have bad allergies already. So I sat down next to him, and I was like, hey, you just being a little rebel? And he was like, what you mean? And I was like, you're sitting in the grass, and you act like you ain't got no. And girl, he was a mess.
I wasn't.
He was a mess.
I wasn't trying to be in the sun. It was hot,
well,
man.
It's crazy that you would rather have like not being able to breathe.
Yeah,
rather
I would.
Than just
I would
sitting
take
in the
that
sun for
burning.
A few minutes.
It's like Colorado sun is like a different animal. I don't think people understand
Colorado
that.
sun, air,
It's
wind, rain. It's all
beast,
different.
man.
Okay.
Like 82 degrees in Denver feels straight up like 100 degrees anywhere else.
Yeah, you know, a mile high really is quite a bit.
Like
so
I could go to sea level.
People
Like
don't really realize.
Like when we go to Mexico, like it don't bother me. Like
the
humidity
babe,
and the
it
heat
wouldn't bother you. Why would it bother you? That's where your people come from. What are you talking about?
The shade feels great here. That's the thing.
Yeah,
too.
I was throwing a little bit of shade at you. I'm sorry.
I know. Yeah, it's I'm very shaded right now. Is that a word? Is that even?
Oh, babe, you don't know
that
about
even?
shady?
I'm not really hip to all the girl lingo.
Speaking of girl lingo, I want to know if you know how, like, okay, what is your idea of the perfect dinner?
The perfect dinner?
The perfect dinner.
Just I get full and I like it.
No. I mean, like, what do you think of when you think of dinner? Just generally.
Like
just off the bat, don't think about it too much.
Like a dinner date?
No, baby, just a dinner meal. Just a meal. What do you think of the meal to be?
Like the actual food?
Yes.
The actual food. Oh man, a lot of things. Like you asking me like what would be my last meal kind of thing?
No, not your last meal, baby. Just what is your general idea of dinner as a meal?
Man, it's gotta have like steak or pork involved. Okay. For sure.
Okay.
A nice carb like rice. I love rice, man. I gotta be careful on rice. I could overdose on rice.
Dude.
Like
true. Yeah. And then the last one? Do you need another side or just rice and meat?
I'm not really putting together a meal. I'm just putting together things I like.
No, just like your go-to like dinner. What does it have to have in order for it to suffice as dinner?
Like asparagus.
Like a veggie.
Yeah, I love asparagus.
Yeah.
Broccoli's fine too. The thing with broccoli is like it kind of gets a little mushy. And
well,
it feels like I'm eating
asparagus can
baby
get
food.
mushy as well if people don't know
Yeah,
how
it's got to be cooked right.
Hey, is a plural asparagi? Or is it asparaguses?
Asparagi.
Just asparagus, right? It's just asparagus.
Asparaguses?
The English language makes no sense.
Asparagi.
Proceed.
And
so we got a meat.
Some chips.
We got a carb. We got a veggie and some chips.
Some chips, man.
To counteract the veggies.
I love fries.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's your perfect dinner.
I don't know about perfect. I mean, I would need a little bit more time than what you're giving me right now.
Just what comes to your brain when you think of dinner. That's something that's your, like, right, stereotypical dinner.
I mean, basically.
Baby, you're really overcomplicating this. There's a point.
Basically, a burrito smothered in green chili.
Okay, so an exorbitant amount of food is what you're saying.
An exorbitant amount?
Yes.
I mean, depends.
Okay, have you ever heard of the term?
Have I had an edible?
Have you heard of the term girl dinner?
Girl dinner? What the fuck is a girl dinner?
Girl dinner.
What is that?
Baby.
Where you just eat what's on my plate?
TikTok. Okay, well, kind of. Yes, actually, if we're being technical.
I do order for us both.
TikTok
basically.
is an amazing place because like all of us are figuring out that we're not much different from each other because we all thought we were weird until we hear from others.
Oh, which you are.
And so are you. And girl dinner has been talked about recently. And it is so accurate. I can't even, because before we get with men, typically, now this is just generally, more oftentimes than not.
Yeah.
Women have a girl dinner,
which is what, just
where
margaritas?
we just
margaritas and
where we
fucking
pick.
chips
Okay,
or something.
you get like you get weirded out that I can like just survive off of little snacks. I could do grapes and cheese and crackers, and like that could be dinner for me.
Yeah, basically
and a lot
a
of times before we get with men,
Lunchable.
that is our dinners. Yes, it's like equivalent to a Lunchable.
She's like, look what I got. It's like a charcuterie board. I'm like, this is a fucking Lunchable.
Oh my God, we went to this restaurant one time. Girl, I can't even take him nowhere fancy. And it was, it's basically a winery, and it's also like, where they do the charcuterie and the salami and the meats and the whatever. Literally, he did not order a thing. And I was in heaven going at this board, and I enjoyed it so much that he was like, there's no way it's that good. Because, bitch, I was there.
Yeah. Like, ooh, wow. I was like,
it was so good.
I was like, really? You've never had pepperoni before? Like,
shut up. There ain't nobody that I enjoy having.
You had like
with
the spicy Italian sandwich from Subway, just without the sandwich part. That was basically what it was.
If the salami is made into a beautiful flour, that's even better. It just tastes better that way. But we do not. And then we go on dates, and we have to go get dinner, and it's just like,
yeah, we got to actually eat dinner.
But it's girl dinner.
That is not.
We don't need sometimes we don't need a meal like that.
You guys spend like $15 in food and then like $60 in margaritas. Like, that's a girl dinner.
First of all, we always go during happy hour, so I don't know what you're talking about.
That's exactly.
So we definitely don't spend that kind of money.
Combined, I would say probably.
And they had this restaurant that I went with my best friend last weekend. Bitch, they had a margarita flight. And that is the most dangerous thing. I don't know why. We didn't do it. You should be proud that we didn't do it.
Where's this restaurant at?
It was actually right down the street from Cholon.
Oh, God, don't even start on Cholon.
Yeah. So,
Nikki
and you know what?
Nikki acts like she don't like Cholon, but she does. But you know what?
It was so funny because our table was full, but just like dips, elote, a few little tacos, like taquitos, and we're just like snacking on all of it.
It's literally like feeding a toddler.
It's like that's how we eat.
Yeah, it's like that's what like she don't want it until it's on my plate, and she's like, "Who can have some?" I'm like, yeah, man, I asked you if you wanted anything.
Well, a lot of times your eyes are bigger than your stomach when it comes to your veggies, and like you'll have some extra broccoli left over. I be killing it, and he don't like. You know what? And also, it's kind of hard to go to like a nice restaurant with you sometimes because oftentimes they have like the shareable sides, and David and I do not enjoy the same shit, bitch. Like, he doesn't like mashed potatoes. Like, if I'm gonna do dinner, I want to have like steak with mashed potatoes. Okay, like that's but he don't like mashed potatoes. He don't like no mac and cheese, lobster mac and cheese. Like
I like lobster. I don't like cheese. Not like
so weird.
Like, not liking cheese is such a pain in my ass, man.
Have I started to? Did I tell you that Ezra started acting like that?
Yeah, he tried to do that with me the other day.
Because he doesn't like it.
With the cheese and crackers, I was like, "Hey, man." Yeah, I was like, "Hey." I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Does it have cheese?" I was like, "Yes." He's like, "Well, I don't love cheese." I was like, "What do you mean you don't love cheese? You love cheese?" He's like, "I don't love it." And I was like, "Well, you need to eat it." He's like, "You don't need cheese."
Yeah, that's what he told me.
I was like, "Listen here, you little fucker."
I said, "Why don't you like cheese?" He goes, "Because Daddy doesn't eat cheese." And I was like, "Oh, no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that."
I think.
But he be smashing some cheeseburgers, so I'm like, "Sir."
He likes cheese. He's
sir.
Just, like, he does like it. And I'm like, I get it, but man, I just genuinely don't like it.
You guys, like, it is so cute how Ezra follows his daddy around, and like he has to have a steering wheel in the back so he can drive with David. If David's wearing a hat, he wants to wear a hat. Yeah. Like, whatever David's doing or however he does anything, Ezra wants to do it that exact same way. Yeah. And so I'm like, be careful and stop cussing all the time.
I've been working on it. I'm trying not to cuss as much.
This is rich coming from Nikki Glamour.
I know. Every time you tell me that, you're acting like,
because it changed. It's so different in my studio, dude. It's so different.
The other day.
No.
Let me tell it. The other day, Ezra told Julian, and he said, little ass. He called him a little ass. And I was like, that's you.
What?
That is you. That ain't me. I don't say those words.
No, that's not true.
That's you.
No, because you said it to me in a playful way, and you say, "I'm gonna beat your little ass," like that.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you do. And you'll go, "I'll beat your little ass," and they pay attention to everything. You know that's true.
That ain't me.
Say that all the time.
I don't say
that.
Not
in a violent way.
I don't say that. I say,
you guys, I swear. But see. And you
but
call
I don't say
me
little
little.
Ass.
I don't call other people little. A little
ass.
person can't call another little person little.
You can.
No.
If they're littler than you.
You say little ass.
I don't say
little
that.
Ass.
I say little shit.
Okay, so we need to work on not cussing. Although I don't have such a sailor mouth as I used to. I was like, y'all know, especially y'all that have been with me for years and years and years. I have really cleaned up as much as I can. I mean, I slip every now and then, whatever. Like I try.
My mom had a really bad mouth. She cussed a lot.
You know who cusses a lot? Mila.
Mila's trying it, man.
She cusses a lot.
Mila's really trying it.
Oh, you got serious about your princess. What happened?
She's testing it right now. I could tell what she's saying, what she really wants to say, because she'll be like, caca, caca, pee pee, caca. And I'm like, I know you want to say shit.
Yeah, she's
like
testing
you're trying to say shit, but this is your only way that you can say it. And that's the only way. Like, Ezra came up to me the other day and he goes, Dad. I was like, what? He's like, Mila just said ass. And I was like.
And like, you try not to laugh.
Like,
so you have to turn around, hide your face, because it is so crazy to hear them that little.
Like, he knew it was a bad word enough to come tell me about it, but still just say it. Like, just like,
so
he put like some umph on it. Like, Mila said ass. I was like, stop saying that, both of you. I mean, I guess it could be worse, but.
Well, your daughter has the same thing going on. She likes girl dinner. She and I agree on that wholeheartedly. We do not like sitting down for whole meals. Yeah,
Mila eats like you to a degree. She will like the way that she eats is like you, but she's picky. Like
I wonder why.
And I don't try to be. I can't speak for her. I can only speak for me.
Which is you
but
and her are together and are one person.
What we were doing last night where we just sounded like Ezra and Mila just fighting over. She made popcorn. Nikki's why I can't lose weight.
Okay, so
I'm blaming
what? It's my fault.
You. Yeah, it's Nikki's fault.
Explain.
Because I'm like, even if I'm having a good day, which yesterday I wasn't, but even if I'm having a good day,
what equates to a good day? What does that mean?
Like just not eating like shit.
Okay.
You know, if I'm just not eating like shit, I'm having a good solid day.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm at the finish line.
Ooh.
It's like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, that's the hardest, bitch.
And I'm right there, you know, and I'm like, I made it. Nikki's like, I'm making gourmet popcorn. Do you want some? Like, bitch, of course I want some. Like,
as soon as I pull it out, pour it in. Here comes David. He don't grab himself a bowl, bitch. He goes like this with a claw, handful, and takes it and puts it in his other hand, and then he'll like eat it like all in one hand, and then going for another and going for another. Yeah. So while he's doing that, now here's the thing. Even down to the popcorn, we don't like the same thing. He's very simple. Butter, salt, and maybe a little hot sauce, and that's it. I
love hot sauce, salsa, jalapenos in it is good.
Okay,
like the pickled
jalapenos,
ones,
yes.
Yeah.
I have a whole cocktail for my popcorn. I cannot share my popcorn with anybody because it's very precise. I have a recipe and I'm not going to tell y'all bitches because it's just not. No, I'm just kidding. I will tell you guys. So it is, it's a few different elements. Okay. Yeah. So firstly, we do the butter because we want everything to stick. We want it to be nice and sticky. Butter's good for everything. Yeah. Then we do the hot sauce, which adds, cool. You know,
I fuck with that.
And then right there, and then we do a little bit of lemon juice or lime juice. That's cool. It's up to you.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, just like this.
Because then it gets too soggy.
But I do have to do it in layers. Like I'll do it and then like put the extra. Okay. So it's not too soggy yet. Because here's where we had the argument. Yeah. After that, I do my seasonings. And I like me some tahini. I like me the truffle powder. It's a truffle seasoning. Oh, it is so good. And that's where I lose him.
Yeah, you lose me at the truffle.
And then to top it off, I get me some pickles. The pickles are my version of jalapenos. I do like both, pickles. But I like the pickles.
Yeah, I'm not like a big fan of pickles.
But I can't help it. When I put the pickles in there, you know, my mouth's already watering. Yeah. I need a little bit of that pickle juice in there. And so by the time
it's too soggy. It's too soggy.
It's not too soggy. It still has the perfect amount of crunch, but also it's just like sour and savory and like spicy and truffly, and it is so bomb. And so we were fighting because he was judging my popcorn because he could no longer eat it. Yeah. And like, that's not my problem.
Yeah, that's just kind of like, I keep it simple like Mila keeps it simple. But like Ezra loves all like the everything on
Man,
it.
I can put anything in front of my son and he will eat it.
Ezra,
Julian, they both have a really good appetite.
Which I'm glad, man. I'm glad because I was really hoping that like my kids would like cheese. I'm like, man, I don't want my kids to go through not liking cheese. Like telling people,
so hard.
Like I would tell people I don't like cheese, and people look at me like I'm a sexual predator. They're like, ugh, I have my kids around you. Like, man, calm down.
It just makes things a little awkward. There's just like, I don't think I realized how many circumstances in life require cheese.
Yeah, or like I'll tell people like I don't like cheese, and they'll like act like I told them that like I voted for Trump. They're like, oh, but I thought you were Mexican. And it's like, man, what? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, what does that have to do with anything? That's my grandma. My grandma was like, ay, mijo, well, then what do I cook you? Yeah. And she was so stressed out. She was like, mija, I don't know what to make him. And I was like, Grandma, just make him carne. He'll be fine.
The funny thing is, like, I get that from, but you can eat a lot of Mexican food without cheese. It's not a problem. But, like, I get it from.
I feel like half the menu is inaccessible to you.
Nah.
At least half.
There's nothing I've ever not wanted. There's nothing I've ever wanted that I couldn't eat.
You don't eat queso? Yeah, that's enchiladas?
It. That's fine. I don't
like
really.
Any like.
I'm not missing out.
Oh, yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are.
Nah, I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like anything I want to eat Mexican food, I can pretty much eat it. Even the version of it without cheese, except for like enchiladas. Yeah, I can't eat that.
Well, at that point, then what is it even? Like you order tacos with no cheese. Is it even a taco at that point?
Tacos don't come with cheese.
And like elotes, like you can't even have that. Like,
I don't like. That's probably the only thing I am missing out on.
That's the only thing that you're missing out on?
That I feel like I'm missing out on. Okay. You know what I mean?
Well, you should really reevaluate.
Where I'm like kind of bummed. Where I'm like, man, I wish I could like that. Like, looks so
well, I'm bummed on your behalf, so it's okay.
But like Mila's so picky. This girl will not eat anything if it has the color green. She's so like one time I was eating and I had a piece of lettuce and I asked her because she's like, doing that thing. Like she's like looking at my plate like she's going to eat my food. I'm like, you want some? She's like, yeah. So I give her a piece of my lettuce. I just hold it up. I hold up the piece of lettuce and she goes,
she's not that fond of the green. We're still working on it. Okay.
Sorry, this is such a parent episode.
Oh, we're about to get into the nitty gritty. Don't even worry about it. But we really didn't need to let y'all know. It can't be hard to not cuss in front of your kids. Okay, moving on. Speaking... Also, the girl dinner, you need to know about that.
Why?
Because I just feel like, just to be fair, that, because I always make full dinners for the family, for us and everything. Maybe sometimes you should partake in girl dinner with me where we have.
Just pop up a Lunchable for you? I'm sorry, they have the adult ones. What are they called? Like Western Ranch or what the fuck is that brand?
And it's crazy because I've gotten those before.
I know.
It's just convenience.
Y'all, look what I got. I got this adult Lunchable. Same exact fucking thing, just different packaging.
Are you going to continue to judge your love? What are you going to do? Pick one. Pick one. Now. Now, expeditiously. Pick one.
I already picked. If you let me pick, I'm going to judge you. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, then I'm going to judge you about not eating cheese.
I'm used to it.
Well, I just needed you to know that that's a thing.
Okay,
so,
fine.
Yeah.
Fine. What else did you want to tell me? Was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
That was it? Just a girl dinner?
Yeah, the girl dinner. You need to know.
Did you see that crazy plane lady?
Oh, yeah. Did you see her last name is Gomez, but she spells it like Gomez? Like Gomas?
Gomas.
In
Spanish? I don't
Gomas. I don't know. I had never seen that.
It was like Italian.
I was like, whoa.
It's probably Italian.
Because at first I was like, Gomez.
Nah, she's probably Italian, I bet.
But she came out with an apology, no?
Yeah.
Weird.
Did you watch it?
I did.
What did you think of the apology?
I felt like it was kind of like awkward and forced. And I feel like she didn't really touch on anything while talking a lot. Like she just said a lot and nothing at the same time.
I was like, bitch, what did you see?
I know. I'm like, bitch, you know what we want to know.
What did you see?
Spill the motherfucking tea.
I was like, blink twice if they're telling you can't talk about it.
Did you have to sign something, bitch?
Is the Men in
with
Black
your blood?
there?
What happened?
Like, do they do the little, the pen, the flasher thing?
Yeah. Right?
What did you see? She didn't even address what she
No.
said. But did you see the body cam footage from the cops when they pulled her
No.
out? It's very boring. It's not nearly as exciting as it was described to me.
Who described it?
Twitter.
Oh, there you go.
X.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Same way. There was like a zeet, I guess if you want to call it that. And it was like
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know. How do you spell it? You want me to say skeet? Zeet.
I'm so lost because I don't really go on Twitter that much. And I did not realize. Okay.
It sucks.
I'm so sorry.
It sucks.
I know that was your favorite platform.
It was. It was. And now
I'm so sad. And now you're just fighting with your friends in fantasy football instead.
Yeah, that is a whole other story.
Bitch, there be drama.
It's so dramatic.
Y'all think we're dramatic? Nah. Let's see them group chats in the fantasy football.
The whole fantasy football, man. That shit is so fucking dramatic. They trying to fucking
fight. Showing off pews and stuff.
Every year, people are fighting. Just some fight. And it gets to the extreme. And I'm like, what do you?
Don't act like you're any better, babe. Because if I look at your Twitter wars, let's not.
I
Okay.
I don't really care though.
Okay, so you skeeted. What did you do? You zeeted?
Whoa.
Come on, not yet.
That's for OnlyFans.
Don't get their hopes up, babe. They're going to want to see you on there.
Yeah, right. Would want to see this shit.
You'd be surprised.
No, I would lose money somehow.
Anyways, okay, so what were you trying to tell me?
I don't know. Oh, the body cam footage.
Yes.
Of that motherfucker is not real, bitch.
Right.
She was just there. The cops were so chill with her. They're so cool. They're just like, oh, okay. She's like, don't let that fucking plane go. She's FaceTiming somebody. And they're like, yeah, okay, come on, let's get out of here. Or else you're going to get arrested for trespassing. Come on. I was like, they're so nice.
Wow.
I was like, man, if that was me, I would have been tasered in the fucking plane. There was no way.
Just laid out in the middle of the airport, getting carried out on
I would have been able to say that sentence
one
one time. They're like, this motherfucker baby looks way too Arabic to be saying that shit. Get him. There ain't no fucking way.
I don't know what it is, and it's so funny because I get through just fine. But I went traveling with David. He gets pulled aside. I go traveling with my best friend. She gets pulled aside. You know
what's funny is right before I said, man, I hope I don't get randomly searched.
I literally told him, I was like, shut up, David. And sure enough,
randomly searched.
Sure enough, the only time
I got this yours. I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna open it. I was like, go ahead. I'm just gonna see some freaky stuff.
The only time
nothing illegal
that I've ever. Here's the red flag: don't wear cargo pants to the airport, because that was the only time that I got pulled to the side. And she was like, can you empty out all of your pockets? I was like, damn, bitch, it's just a fashion statement. Half of these don't even open.
Yeah, I think she was telling you don't wear no fucking cargo pants to my airport.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that ain't no way, man. I always say I don't have there's not a lot of the Arabic in me, but it shows up predominantly in two areas. The first area is my forehead, and then the second one is the airport. Those are the two places where you can see it the most, I think. Like,
I concur. No.
Yeah, because I got that Lebanese forehead, boy.
You do look like your people.
Like I was, remember when that Beirut explosion happened?
Yeah.
And they were like, there was like a slide, like a video, a slide of like showing like the victims, you know? Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, this is sad. And then like, as it kept going, I was like, man, R.I.P., but all these dudes have big foreheads. I was like, fuck.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, this is fine. Don't worry.
Oh, baby, you're making me so nervous.
My hand is right here. Don't worry.
Babe, you got wild hands. And all it takes is a flick of the wrist and the whole laptop is gone. Please, can you just push the laptop a little bit over there? Just for my...
So, yeah,
Well, I don't know. It's a weird situation, but honestly, we're being lied to every fucking day.
Oh, that girl is from, she's from your hood.
From my hood, from Dallas?
Yeah, she's from Dallas.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, you guys are just crazy.
Well, she knows that motherfucker ain't real, so I don't know. We know who's real and who's not, I guess.
Nikki tried to fight on a plane too one time. I was like,
okay, relax. So did you. Don't touch me. Don't fucking touch me.
I was like, I can't wait for this story time. I was like, I cannot wait for this story time. I'm on a no-fly list.
That is one thing I will actively try to avoid, is getting on that no-fly list. That would break my heart.
I would never. That'll never happen to me.
So I've been obsessed with like, am I the assholes? And I feel like the his and hers family, we really have good judgment of character. And so I really think that we're going to be great at this. So if you guys would like to gather around, grab your wine and snacks, and let's talk about this question that I really want to ask you, babe, how you would handle this, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. It's not really, am I the asshole? This is just a general question for relationships.
Okay.
Here we go. How do I, 35 male, tell my wife, 33 female, her favorite shorts are atrocious? It's a big word. My wife of 11 years recently bought a pair of sweat shorts that are the most unflattering pair of shorts she has ever owned. They have super wide leg openings and a saggy butt. And she wears them high-waisted, so she frequently has wedgies in them.
Oh, no.
My baby got back.
Okay.
But these shorts are like granny panties. Oh. Now, I know she feels comfortable in them, and they're great for lounging around the house. But recently, she started to wear them out in public almost daily. I've made a few subtle comments to try and dissuade her from wearing them in public. But she clearly is not bothered. I know. I'm like, what do you mean?
Subtle is nasty.
Okay, so it's been a few months. Since she purchased her first pair, and I thought eventually she would wear them out and get rid of them, but instead she has doubled down and bought 3 more pair. She wears them everywhere now. I don't think she knows how unflattering they look. I feel like I need to tell her before she replaces her whole wardrobe that those shorts should not be worn in public, but not sure if I should or how to do it. Any advice?
Solution is easy. All you got to do is take a picture of her and then post it on Facebook, and then she's like, why did you post that? You'd be like, it's a nice picture. Because it could be the most beautiful picture.
Why did I not think of that? That is
like no matter what the picture is, like if a guy put up the picture without a girl's approval, it's just terrible. No matter how good the picture may be, it's just terrible. Nikki does that to me all the time. Really pick that face for me for the thumbnail.
Me and Kadisha are like, why would he pick that picture out of all of the most beautiful photos of you that exist? Why? What? Is he picking the one where you're cockeyed and you have fucking hair everywhere?
Okay, huh? First of all, what? No.
Don't even try I've had my rough moments.
There's literally not a bad picture of you.
That is such a lie. I love you for it, but please.
That's how I feel.
Okay, well, you obviously know that shit works. I can't believe you just said that.
I'm telling you, it just came to me. I was like, just post a picture of it. And then she'd be like, what the fuck?
I had like a whole okay.
Don't overcomplicate it.
But that's literally public humiliation, babe. Well, where you know that everybody else is good. Why would you expose her to other people judging her? You can love her through it, or not love her through it, but
because clearly it's not enough. Clearly it's not enough.
No. You want to know how? Not that you asked, but you want to know how I would handle it. That's why I'm freaking Casanova. If I was the dude,
you think?
Oh, no. Absolutely not, my baby with the beautiful physique. Those shorts do not do you justice. And what brand are they? Oh, no, absolutely not. We're going to go shopping today. and you go and you find something with her, it's less embarrassing, less humiliating, and it makes it seem like, she's too good for those shorts. Her body, because like he said, baby got back. But in these shorts, it's not her that's the problem. It's the shorts that are the problem.
Just because you got a big butt doesn't mean you have a good butt, okay?
Please explain to me the dimensions of a good butt versus a big butt.
I mean, things, you got to take into account other things, you
like
know?
Sagginess?
Like shape.
Oh, shape.
Shape.
What's a bad shaped ass?
Oh, you'll know it when you see it. You'll know.
Okay. Can you give me like the nearest shape that comes to mind as far as like
names?
Okay. So you'll know it. What else do you need to consider?
Probably like, I don't know. I don't want to get all into judging women's bodies. You know what I mean? But it's just like there's certain things to it, you know.
Oh, okay.
There's certain things.
If only to be in the mind of a man. I think that it would be nightmarish, honestly.
Yeah, it would be. You do not want to be inside the mind of a man.
Why? Why are you guys like this?
I don't know.
It's just monstrous.
Not monstrous.
It's monstrous.
How's that monstrous?
It's monstrous.
Oh, come on. Like, there's physical things that women judge of men. Be for real.
It's either like you guys are absolutely fine to have no ass. You could just have no ass. Nobody says anything about that hardly. And if you do have an ass, then you're like,
Can't
oh my
relate,
God,
though.
he's got a cute butt.
Can't
and like,
relate.
that's it. Okay. And then what else?
What about arms?
If their arms are significantly bigger than their legs, that is a fucking turnoff. Absolutely.
See?
But like, it's not like, no.
See?
It just means, okay, come on.
Like,
any person that works out just their upper body lower, this is not,
Hey, I'm not.
And it would have to be substantial difference.
I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't care. I mean, I don't know. There's things.
Like, you guys don't have to wear fitted clothing, so there's not really a whole lot that we can.
Thank God.
Exactly. You guys have it easy.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So if we do happen to have a weird shaped ass, we have no choice but to fucking just live on with it.
Well, that's not true. That's not true.
What? Stop short of a BBL?
No, don't.
Oh.
I do not condone BBLs.
You don't condone BBLs. Back up.
Like, I have the final say on all BBLs.
I don't condone them. They're unlawful. I don't condone BBLs. David, 2023.
Hey, I'm pro. Do whatever makes you happy, but
Don't try to backtrack.
I'm glad you don't have one. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why?
I
did think about it.
I
I'm
don't
not gonna
know.
lie. I did play around with the idea.
It seems like girls that get them seems like they regret them after some time.
Really?
Like, I feel like there's been like a BBL like refund thing kind of going on. I don't know.
It's not what you say, it's the way you word it. Like, what? Refund thing going
Buyer's
on?
remorse. I don't know.
Buyer's remorse.
I don't know.
There has been a substantial downtick, I think, to BBLs recently. So you are correct in
I don't
that.
know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't care if I got like a breast augmentation that's like brings me up to like a double D or something?
If that's what makes you happy.
Right. Well, you would be supportive?
I will support you.
Oh.
I will support you.
Would you come to my appointments and everything to make sure they come out?
Yeah,
right?
I would. I would supervise.
Oh. Okay.
Like some plans, like construction plans, like it's supposed to look like this. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Well, listen, I just feel like it's funny that, this is the type of surgeries that we consider as women. Mm-hmm. But men really be doing some crazy shit. Like the surgery that extends your fucking femur or whatever to make you taller. That shit's crazy.
I did.
Like that shit's crazy. Like you're
that.
walking with a cane for like however many weeks or something. Like in order to... Oh my God. The lengths.
Might do it.
I am concerned about the long-term effects.
Supposedly it's fine.
Oh, what old person has this that they're fine?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm.
Supposedly make sure
they're gonna get all rickety after a while. You got to lube it up a little bit after a few years.
I think they break it. So it comes back stronger.
Hell no! What you mean they break it and it comes back stronger?
I guess I don't know.
Oh my God!
But like the crazy thing is, like I saw a guy doing it, and he was like, he did it.
Yeah.
And I added like 3 inches, and he was still short. I was like, you did all that to just still be short, man.
Well, I mean, that was probably a big change for him, but that's crazy.
I guess, but
is
like,
that like the max? Like 3 inch height difference?
I don't know, because I would think at like some point, like if you go too tall, like what about your arms?
Well, a lot of people have like larger wingspans than their height.
Some
like
people
you.
Some people have short arms.
I mean, that's true. You
know,
gotta
like,
keep that in mind.
Like you can't go from like 5'5" to like 6'2".
Y'all better never talk about no fucking bait and switch, because if there's any fucking bait and switch that's huge, is having a dude come at you and he's like 6'2" and you're like, yes, and then you guys have babies and then you're like, you don't understand what's going on because they have a tall dad and they're not going over 5'9", and like he's like, oh yeah, I had this surgery, and like you had no idea.
Yeah, I feel like you'd have to be pretty upfront about that.
That's crazy. But like, what if they didn't want to? And you think that you're getting like that? Be careful out here, bitches, because they might be having that femur surgery.
Yeah. Better check for scarring. Go swimming.
Or like I saw,
they're gonna both take each other swimming.
Go through the metal detectors at the airport. Wonder why he can't travel.
You gotta see her without makeup, and she's gotta see his legs.
Oh my gosh, I feel like men think that that's a bigger deal than it is.
I don't even. What, makeup?
Yeah, like going swimming. Like, yeah, we like makeup a lot, but it's never been like. And it's so funny because girls are fucking hilarious and smart. Because like then I saw girls on TikTok and they're like, oh, he thinks that he's gonna catch me slipping. Half of our cosmetics is waterproof, so it just got a bunch of girls to come up with actual pool waterproof makeup. And they were dunking underwater, coming back up. Their shit was still looking good. She was like, yep.
One of my favorite things on Twitter is, and this is like the only thing I've ever seen on Twitter that will like unite everybody, is when like there'll be some guy that'll post like a picture of like a girl without makeup. She just looks normal. Like she just looks like a normal girl. Like there's nothing wrong with her. Like she doesn't look hideous. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And people are like, this, like, they'll do it like a celebrity, right? They're like, this is what she really looks like. And then everybody in the comments will be like, this is a weird way to say no girl's ever spent the night at your house before. Like, like just everybody on Twitter just coming together to be like, yeah, you don't get no bitches.
Oh my God.
It's great. Like that. So it's always funny when you see there's just people that just kind of tell them on themselves like that.
Yeah, that's true. But you know, sometimes like it is kind of nerve wracking. Are you ever worried about like how you look the next morning? To somebody, like if you were like like when we slept together for the first night and like we woke up together the next morning, you're not, because I was and I went into your little janky boy bathroom that had the 15-in-1 shampoo, conditioner and shit. I was like, there ain't nothing in here to help me.
I got the time to open all this shit up.
Oh my God, a boy's bathroom is hideous. It is just, it's like the back rooms, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't have like
awful.
a lot of
you didn't have a lot of anything.
I didn't. But yeah, no, I wasn't worried about looking different really, because like half the time I don't even put like gel in my hair.
It's like, because look at me.
just wake up like this. No, but my hair is crazy in the morning. Like,
yeah, that's true.
My hair is crazy. Like it'll be standing like just straight up or like pressed to one. Like you could tell like
which side he slept on.
Yeah, and it'll just stay like that. And I can just put all the water I want in it and it'll just stay like that. Like it's just, I gotta like full on just like get like a power washer and just fucking rinse my shit out to get it to lay back down. But like I wasn't. I guess I was more worried about my breath being bad. My morning breath, like more nervous about that.
I don't know. You were quick to brush your teeth back then. First thing in the morning, you're pretty quick.
You guys say like back then, like
there was a lot of things that I missed about back then that aren't necessarily happening now. You know,
I brush my teeth. Full disclosure. Don't.
Sometimes, no.
Shut up. Don't lie about me.
No, but you know what I do miss about that time of our lives when we first got together?
What?
Is being able to sleep in your arms all night. You wouldn't fucking move. You allowed me to be so comfortable.
Yeah. No.
And
I'm
now,
like, I gotta move over.
Now he's like, I'm so sorry, babe. And I'm like, okay.
I know, I move a lot.
But then he has the audacity, like, okay, fine. Like, fine. You know, you like being comfortable. I can appreciate that. But then he'll force me, come lay down on my chest, babe. Knowing good and well that when I do that, I'm going to fall asleep. I fall asleep when I lay down on his chest. It's inevitable. So why? Why are you telling me to come be at my most comfortable? Why are you sitting here dangling this in front of me just so that you can wake me up out of my amazing dreams and my beautiful slumber so that your ass can fucking roll over when you know that you're not going to stay put?
I can't sleep on my back for a whole night.
So why are you asking me to lay on your chest every night?
We're watching a movie. You're like,
well,
let's
we can watch
a
movie next to each other.
Well, I don't know. I think it's sweet, you know, cuddle.
It's sweet, and then you push me off, and you have to turn over.
Okay, I don't push you off.
Yo, you push me off of the fucking bed. You move, bitch.
Shut up.
That's what you say.
Flip you
In
over.
my heart, you might as well.
I gotta roll over.
Yeah, just go rolling onto the floor, you know?
Whatever. Not my fault. You be like, let's watch a movie. And then, like, she'll lay down. I'm like,
You tell me to lay on your chest.
I don't know what to tell you. You're an adult. Still
Okay, but when you lay on my chest, because that happens, then you fall asleep.
On your chest pillows. Yeah.
So
What am I supposed to do?
I just said I miss that part. Girl, they will sleep the whole night through when just hugging you in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it'll never happen again.
Yeah, it'll be like hot. I'm like, yeah. Be burning up.
And you know what's so funny? Like one time, you know, we stayed at your family's cabin, and your dad called you out for being the little spoon. Like his dad will like walk around because it's like a big open space.
Like we're sleeping in like the living room.
Yeah, so we're sleeping in the living room, and like I guess his dad had come in there.
Yeah.
And I was hugging David, and so in the morning, your dad was like, "Oh, yeah, so you like to little spoon too? Yeah."
Hey, sign me up.
It's just like, and you know, I wish you were like more gentle, because like I'm very gentle with you. Like now I understand, like I don't put like my whole arm around you, because you know I can't. So I've just resorted to just real gentle on your back, and I go like this, and I'll sleep like that, right? And you, when you turn over, whack! I mean, your whole arm comes with velocity and lands on my hip as I'm sleeping, and it knocks the wind out of me. And
I'm so sorry.
Then you like hold me really tight and you pull me into you, and you're in the middle of your sleep, so you don't realize what you're doing, but you're literally like bam, grab, pull.
It's like on the cartoons, when like on the Looney Tunes and stuff, where like they'll replace like say it's like the dog sleeping, and like the mouse will, I forget which one's Jerry the mouse. Tom's a cat, right?
I think so.
So Jerry would like pull out like the puppy. The dog's puppy, the bulldog's puppy, then replace it with like the cat, and then it's like the cat can't move.
Oh yeah, like you do his arm like that. He literally, you do that to me.
Yeah.
You do that to me.
I'm so sorry. I did not know that.
And like David's an asshole in his sleep. He is so mean to me in his sleep. He's not like that during the day. But man, I told him, I was like, I don't like, because you know, he wanted to delegate the responsibility to me to wake his ass up in the morning to go to the gym. And I was like, I'm not doing that, because when I do that, he gives me the worst attitude. And like, he's just like, he'll throw blankets, he'll like throw shit, he'll like just like cop an attitude and like say some slick shit. And I'm like, okay, like whatever. And
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
You're just like really mean. And I've said this all of our relationship. Like I realized this very early on. And like when we used to live in our shitty apartment, I would wake up near tears because he had been so mean to me in the middle of the night, taking blankets from me and like literally fighting. And he was so strong and like damn near pushing me off of the bed and like just all across, like elbow in my face. You know what I mean? Like it was crazy.
Maybe that's where Mila gets it from.
Oh my God, David, that's what I was telling you.
Because sleeping with Mila is hell.
Like I've had to tame you over the years by like punching your ass back in the middle of the night.
Fighting back.
I had to stand up for myself.
I wake up after a good night's sleep. You're all out of breath. You're all black eye. I'm like, what happened to you?
Sweating and shit. Yeah.
I'm just like.
Going for round 16 up in this bitch.
I'm like, good morning. Why are you out of breath?
You can't even feel anything.
I wake up, you're like, I'm like, whoa.
I'll try to bring me coffee. I'm like, what the fuck do you want?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's how it be. That's
so
how it be.
Sorry, 100%. I did not know. I don't know why I'm like that. Mila's crazy in her sleep too.
Yeah. She is.
Oh my God, that was miserable.
Oh, in Mexico, it was so bad.
Oh my God.
It was so bad. I have never been knocked in the face so many
just
times.
rolled over and just whacked me. I was like, I thought it was you. I was like, what the fuck? What? Like, that's how hard she hit me.
And then like
I was like, no way a 1-year-old hit me like that.
We had to create like, a boundary so she wouldn't fall off the bed. She's like 2, and she was like rolling over the pillows, and I literally caught her. I could not sleep because she just rolled around so much, and then she would try to get through these boundaries, and I caught her midair. It was literally mom instinct of her falling off that fucking bed, and I caught her midair. She wasn't even awake. She didn't even know what the hell was going on, and then she had the audacity to get mad at me because while I was putting her back on the bed, she woke up, and that was my bad. I shouldn't have done that. Instead of the floor waking her up.
Like I was like, make sure to be like the border on the.
We
bed.
tried.
And she's like climbing over me. I'm like, oh my God. So if that's any idea of what you have to go through, then I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. It's not an idea. It's not a theory. It's
I'm so
100%
sorry.
fact.
I did not mean.
100% fact.
I would try to be a better.
But you know what?
Sleepy.
Lots of ups and downs come along with marriage. Just make sure you take all of these things into consideration because it really is a thing, And speaking of marriages, I want to close this episode out with a really highly debated conversation.
Okay.
That was posted by an anonymous person. Okay. And I want to read it to you, and I just want your thoughts. Okay, great. My wife has a terminal disease.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She is projected to live at most 9 months.
Whoa.
I am, of course, destroyed. We've been together for a decade.
Heavy.
I don't remember life without her. Just wait for it. I don't remember life without her, and I don't know what I'm going to do when she's gone. I have been doing my best to make the last days of her life good and grant whatever wish I can. The doctor said that she would likely need a wheelchair in 4 to 5 months, and then by month 8, she'll be bedridden for the last few weeks. That's if she doesn't decline faster. So here's where the question comes in. Are you ready? Recently, she sat me down and she told me that one of the last things she wanted to do was have sex with a previous partner of hers.
Oh, wow.
I, of course, was shocked, and when I asked why the fuck she wants to do that, basically she thinks that her most physically compatible, satisfying lover was him. She gave a whole monologue about how sex sometimes is just physical and how emotionally fulfilling sex is with me, but it was just different with him. So now I'm left with this, denying my dying wife a wish for my own ego or let her go fuck another man who she feels was better. Honestly, I'm so pissed off and betrayed that she asked this of me. I feel like I'm put in a position where I have to say yes because she's dying. And this is so highly debated. What do you do?
So what's the debate?
The debate is, do you allow her to have the most fulfilling sex before she dies? With her ex.
I mean, yeah, you could die divorced, I guess, if that's what you want to do.
You would divorce her.
I'll divorce you, and then you could do it.
Well, I don't think the divorce would go through quick enough.
Well, you better sign the paper. I don't know what to
You wouldn't be conflicted at all? I feel like that is so fucked up to ask him. Why would you say that? Dying or not?
I wouldn't be conflicted at all.
Like, what you mean? Like, if it was that great, well, then you should have stayed with him. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Right?
If she wrote an "Am I the asshole?" I'd be like, yes, you are.
That
the asshole.
is very asshole. That broke my heart for him.
Hell no.
Because who's here taking care of your sick ass? Not him.
Yeah. No, she's an asshole. No, he shouldn't feel bad at all.
But like now he's faced like it's a serious ass question.
Nah,
I could not fathom.
No, I'd rather you
just see that as a memory and go on with it. Talk about can I have the most fulfilling sex of my life before I die? How awful. And you're like, it ain't me.
I would be like,
it ain't me.
I'd be like, yank, pull the plug out. Nurse.
I don't know what happened. That's fucked. That would piss me off.
No, hell no.
I don't know why so many people are debating about this.
Why are you debating? You people are assholes. What are you debating here?
It's like the whole like last dying wish thing, like where's the boundary? Where's the limit?
That's the boundary right there, I think.
Okay, let's talk about dying wishes.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, God forbid, right?
Right.
What would your last dying wish be?
My last dying wish? Man, that is a good question.
It's a heavy question, isn't it? Heavy hitter. Last dying wish.
It had to be like, take me somewhere that I've never been that I always wanted to go.
Yeah, I was thinking the same,
I mean?
but I want to like make sure that I have like everyone there.
Yeah,
everyone
of course.
has to be there.
Yeah.
I was thinking about like seeing the Northern Lights.
Yeah, something like that. That'd be cool.
Like I would love that. I feel like that would be my last dying wish, is for us and the kids to see the Northern Lights.
Yeah, something like that.
Because like, aren't they gonna be like not even a thing here soon?
I think.
Yeah, that would be my dying wish.
Yeah, something cool like that.
Don't take mine.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like I'd want to go.
Okay, well,
somewhere.
what's yours?
I'd have to put some thought into it, but yeah, I'd want to go see. I don't know, like go somewhere that like I really wouldn't go usually. Like you know, like I would probably like peruse like those like accounts that are like crazy nature like pictures where you're like, that's not real. Like I'd want to go to like one of those places to like check it out, you know.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's gonna be somewhere like with water, tropical.
Yeah.
Like Greece or something. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
not tropical, but something like that. Something cool that I never got the chance to go see. I was like, man, I really want to go see. Something like that. But I think, you know, when you're asking, I don't know, she got kind of cocky with the whole dying thing. I think
kind of like now or never. I could ask.
You kind of,
and you know what the sad part is? She knows that she's with a nice of a man enough to that she knew that he would consider it and think heavily on it, and like
nice guys finish last. That's
whole ass monologue.
Even like all the way, he almost made it. Like this nice guy almost made it all the way to the finish line, and even at the very end, she was like,
"No, this is just weird. I don't think any other person would ever ask of that. That's crazy. That is so disrespectful.
Wait, people are
that
like,
fucking breaks my heart.
People are agreeing with her.
Some people are backing it up, like, you know, it's her last dying wish, man. Like, what does it matter, you know?
Oh my God, if it was the other way around and the dude said that, oh my God.
I believe it's just as bad either way.
They got to be going to the grave canceled. Like,
I think that the woman would have been more likely to be like, fuck you, and would have already left.
that guy's way too nice.
And then would have been like, take care of yourself, home skillet.
I'm like, this is why you're dying. You know? I'm glad you're dying.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. Yeah, so.
Nah, that's kind of an asshole move,
that's
for sure.
Fucked up. That is fucked up.
I'm like, wait, isn't she dying?
Yeah,
Where are you getting all this energy?
She's like, that for that to be like the first thing that came to mind when she got the news is crazy to me.
You know,
like that's wild.
You know what? They probably been fucking the whole time.
You think? Well, I don't know.
Probably.
If she's like this thirsty for it as like a dying wish, I think maybe like no. I think she was wishing that they were, and now she's running out of time. And who's to say that he would want to fuck her at this point anyway? Has she even bothered to ask the dude that just had the most amazing sex of her life?
Well, that's probably because they were already fucking, so she knows the answer already.
You are dark.
It's like, of course. It's a typical Wednesday for us anyway.
Well, but then why wouldn't she just do what she's been doing the whole time then?
Because
what would be the point?
She's sick and he's
she
like
needs
taking
him
care
to
of
come
her.
to the
He's
house.
probably like driving her around and shit.
Well, she's not bedridden yet.
She's probably like, oh, God, can you take me to my lover's house? Usually I would go myself.
So I can get my back pounded out real fast and then come home, please, and come pick me up. Thanks.
Oh, God. And then, like, what if, like, just right after that she dies and he's like, I was hoping I'd get turned, like, at least.
That is so fun.
I would be like, I don't care what happens to you at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, you do whatever you want to do.
Drop you off, never see you again, bitch.
Here's the thing. Like, I'm not going to say no. Like, I'm not going to tell you no.
Yeah.
But also.
It's just not going to work out well.
Peace.
Yeah. That's fucked.
That pays out. Enjoy hell.
12 years together. Oh, by the way,
yeah.
we just had our 12-year anniversary.
We did. 12 years. Wow.
Yeah.
That's such a long time. It's almost half my life.
Calm down. No, it's not. No, it's not. How young do you think that we got together?
Oh, I said almost.
Almost? Mm-hmm. No, it's not. 12 years isn't half your age, baby. Okay? Oh, you thought you were 24?
No, I said almost. It's closer to being half of my life than it is to not being.
It's closer to being half of my life.
Okay. You act like you're like 10 years younger than me. You're 3 years younger than me.
It's like literally 6 years of a difference.
Like we would have went to the same high school. You know what I mean?
Barely, David.
Okay. No,
barely.
Not barely.
I was stepping foot when you were leaving. Okay.
Oh,
we just have a whole different experience of life, you know?
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
If you remember Y2K, then...
I don't remember Y2K.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Stop lying.
I remember like...
You weren't conscious and self-aware until you're 12 years old?
First of all, I was 8. I was 8.
You remember.
And actually,
you remember Y2K.
No, I was 7, and I didn't turn 8 until the next month because I'm born in February.
Whatever.
So I was 7 years old.
You remember Y2K.
Very vaguely. Very vaguely. I know that you were doing all the preps and stuff. You were part of all the plans. So
none of that shit.
Yeah, well.
We didn't do anything.
I mean, I was born in the 80s. It's crazy.
It sounded stupid to me. I remember asking, like, what's the deal? And they're like, Y2K. It's when the computers are going to reset because it goes to double zeros. So then they're going to reset and go back to year 0. I'm like, what? How is a fucking computer going to have any frame of reference about what year 0 was like for them? They're like, I guess, like, what?
Yeah, that was kind of the consensus.
Like, it didn't make sense to me. Like,
that.
Even as a kid, I was like, that sounds dumb.
It's so funny because, like, while everybody else is panicking, my family was planning the biggest fucking party of all time. Like, they were planning, like, they bought the most liquor. Like, they got everything situated because they were like, if we gonna go out with a party. You know? So, we didn't even prepare.
Yeah, my family was like,
we literally
didn't do
had
shit
the
about
biggest party. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was like literally just another New Year's Eve for us.
So many people conceived that night. Because people thought it was going to be the end of the world.
People are dumb.
Yeah.
I believed more in like the 2012 thing.
That one did have me a little bit on the edge of my seat.
I was like, the Mayans said that? They're like, yeah. I was like, they might be right, man.
But you know what? I mean, this is a whole, like, you know, conspiracy or whatever. Not conspiracy, but it's like a whole, like, deep hole of things that you can find out. But apparently, if we go back to the original calendars and, like, when things, like, shifted and our realm kind of, like, changed, it was back in 2012.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Where, like, we did essentially, like, some people think that we entered a different dimension at that time or, like, something else like that. Like, our clocks started over in the sense of, like, humanity. And after that, everything fucking sucked. Just kidding.
I remember I used to watch, like, all those doomsday things.
Yeah.
Like, on the History Channel. I used to watch the History Channel, like, religiously. Mm-hmm. And it's like, Julian was just born. And I'll be, like, watching, like, all the doomsday scenario things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is interesting, you know?
This is interesting.
And his mom got mad. She was like, you gonna watch this? I was like, yeah. She's like, you want to watch this and think about how old your son's going to be when he dies.
Shit.
And I was like,
oh, shit.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He'd have been 4 years old.
Yeah, I was like.
He would have been 4 years old.
I was like, I was like, you know, this is just a computer animated simulation of what it would be like if the asteroid hit. Like, this isn't actually happening. Like, this isn't.
It's just the tone.
You know what I mean? Like, this isn't a real thing. Like, this is all hypothetical.
Man.
Like those shows, you know, like 2012 thing.
Nah. You know what?
Because there's like a show like the mind saying the world's going to end in 2012.
Yeah.
Here's the ways it could happen.
Yeah.
And I was like, interesting. You know, because like growing up, you know, I would like obviously the most interesting part of the Bible growing up is like Revelations.
Scariest. Interesting,
you know
is an interesting word to use for that book. For
and,
sure.
And like, you know, like Mexican moms have this weird thing about like everything just means the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, just the end of the world is ending. I was like, what are you talking about? Like 9/11 happened. And like my stepmom was like, it's just the end of times.
My grandma said that too.
We're
living in the end of times,
this
Mija.
is it.
We're living in the end of times. I was like, man, like I'm only in 4th grade.
I was like, what? And it was like, plane hit the building. I was like, all right. 9/11 happened. I was like, I didn't take it seriously at all. 9/11 happened. Go to school. Me and my friends, like, we're all dumb. We're like, well, our teacher's crying. And like our teacher's like doing this big old speech about when JFK got assassinated. Oh, yeah. I was like, man, fuck JFK. Like, we don't give a fuck about no JFK. Like, why are you crying over the president, bro? Like, because at the time, you know, it's George Bush. Like, man, I want to cry. Like, he's like, my mom was crying. I was like, your mom was crying over JFK, man. If George Bush got shot, like, my fucking family wouldn't give one fuck. Like,
oh, my God. Can we not talk about presidents and pew-pews?
I know. But, like, but this happened. This is not, like...
It's historical.
So I was like, man... And I didn't know it was serious until I got home. And I was like, you know, I'm just going to forget all about this 9/11 shit. I couldn't watch music videos because, like, MTV was just, like, all about 9/11. I was like, man. And I was like, click it to, like, Nickelodeon. I was like, get away from it. And, like, even they're showing people jumping out of buildings. I'm like, oh, this is real. I'm like, oh, my God.
It was all interrupting your regular scheduled programming for you to pay attention to one of the biggest tragedies.
Once I put on Nickelodeon, people were jumping out and there was, like, green slime splatting. I was like, this is...
Stop it.
I was like, I should probably take this serious. Like,
man.
That was my 9/11
like,
experience.
It's crazy that, like, you know, we went, you know, for longer periods of time without tragedy. Now it's just like... Literally, now I feel like we're living in the end of times. Everything fucking sucks. Everything sucks now. And like, I'm so tired of tragedies happening and shortages and fucking like every time we turn around now. I don't even know. Like, our parents had such a fucking calm adulthood. Calm.
They really did.
Like... We're literally coming up on the ages of your parents, like when I met them, and look, like they just had like the suburban house, the RV in the back, you know, a cabin for the summer, you know, just chill. Like good old American dream. You know what I mean? What the fuck?
Yeah, they made it, man.
What happened? I'm so frustrated.
Like we're at the point now, like when my parents were like coming up, you know. If the end of the world was happening or like something was perceived to be the end of the world, they're like, oh man, we don't want this shit to end. Like it happens now. I'm like, good. Like we've been here way too long.
For real. I think all of us are just like, when?
That's fine.
I'm just tired.
Aliens are like, we're here. We're like, did you bring money?
Right. You know this place sucks ass, right?
Yeah.
No?
Did you bring baby formula? We're short on that.
God.
Did you bring
clean water and like, I don't know, like
did you
rain?
Did you bring any oil?
Yeah, just we know how hard it is out there, you guys, and just keep your head up. Happy Monday. We're all in this together. This world is what it is, but we got you, and we just gonna live every day, girl. It's all good. But thank y'all so much for coming to join us for the His and Hers podcast this week. We hope you guys are having a fantastic start to your week. Mm-hmm. And we'll see you guys next week for another episode. Peace out. Peace.